When I start shooting, all y'all gonna clear out.
I was gonna make a review on the new Avengers, Thunderbolts, whatever, right? I seen it. It was cool, but the best part to me was Sentry. Without Sentry, the movie is boring. I liked how they had that one car scene chase where Winter Soldier showed up and bro was aura farming. He wrapped that little metal cable around his arm and then boom, pulled the whole car. That was fire. But the Sentry stuff was dope. That was the best thing about it. He did so well. He played basically three characters. He played the little timid, kind of like shy, kind of like stuttering buffoon kind of type character, right? But then for a moment transitions into this I'm a god type character, like a Homelander. But then he transitions into this villain, this like there's no hope, there's no despair, type of character. And I think the movie would have been so much better if they were able to expand that. If they were to make him the main character and they were able to expand on those final two arcs, the I'm a god and then I'm the void, they need to expand more into it. The I'm a god persona was so fire, but it lasted like a minute, 2 minutes. So short lived. And I think it would have been way cooler if it went on for way longer. And then the same thing with the void. The void was so awesome, but it very quickly, moved on to the next. And maybe that's the point, because I did see people saying that the fact that you wanted to see more is why it was good, is why it was great. And if they was to deliver everything, would you want to see more if they were to, so I guess it does bring up those questions of like, but at the same time, they tease Fantastic Four at the end of it. And I wonder if like Sentry and the new Avengers, if they'll show up in Fantastic Four. And I wonder how it will roll into Doomsday. I think now they have a opportunity to rekindle the magic that they had. New Avengers is a movie that a lot of people are like, they're not super excited about. Some people are saying it's good, some people are saying it's mid, but few people are saying that it's terrible, right? Like, it's not perfect by no means, but it's not terrible. And if Fantastic Four is a step up from the new Avengers, then that is when people will start to like buzz about the movie, about Marvel again, right? A lot really rides on the Fantastic Four. If Fantastic Four is mid, it's gonna die. But if they, do a good portrayal of the villains, the characters, really the characters, because Fantastic Four has been in this weird spot where it's been bad for so long. Many iterations of the characters. And in my opinion, the OGs were cool, but the OGs kind of like lived its time, right? And they've been struggling to relight the franchise. So the new Avengers, in my opinion, is a good like getting back into Marvel's standpoint. What I love about the new Avengers as well is how they played into the idea of like, these guys aren't heroes, these guys aren't special, these guys are no one. Because that's how people feel as well. It's cool because in the movie, everyone thinks like, oh, these guys are nobodies. And then in reality, where we're at, everyone's also looking at these guys like, bro, these guys are nobodies. Why would I go watch a movie with all of these random, C-list superheroes? No one cares. So the fact that they play into that and they're acknowledging that was really cool. Because yeah, in the movie, they were saying like, we have no Avengers, we have no, Thor and whatnot. All of our superheroes is gone. We're on our own. And you could talk about them like kind of like saying that to their audience as well. Like, like Iron Man gone, Spider-Man gone, Black Panther, RIP, right? They lost a lot of their talent. Guardians of the Galaxy, they're not making any more of those movies. Their heavy hitters are gone. And they need a team of new heroes to lead the charge. Now, you do have a lot of stuff that you can pull from, but you can't just immediately throw it together. Like, you have Deadpool, Wolverine. You do have the Fantastic Four. We have to see how that pans out. You have some stuff out there that you could put together and do some work with, but it's not going to be easy. And I think starting over with the new Avengers type thing, in the long run, it will definitely pay off. I think right now with everyone hating Disney, it's just not, like people hate it. So I think this was very good for the movie to tackle it this way of like, who cares about these guys? But then the movie be pretty decent. Usually, you know, the last Marvel movie that I watched, I think the last one I watched was Deadpool Wolverine, but before that I watched Quantumania. And Quantumania, bro, was so boring. It was so boring. It was terrible. It was one of the worst movies I ever seen in a very long time. I regretted it. It was terrible. That was a very, 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 very bad movie. Quantumania, it took days off of my life. I feel like that movie put a hex on me. It put a curse on me. That movie was terrible. And the fact that New Marvels wasn't that is good. The fact that I watched all of New Marvels or New Avengers, whatever it's called, the fact that I watched all of that and it was like a pretty, decent movie is good. It wasn't a great movie by no means. Sinners is better. Nosferatu's better. Super Mario was better. Puss in Boots was better. A lot of Transformers 1 was better. There was a lot of movies that was way better than this. But this movie was not bad. It was not terrible. It was decent. It was okay. It was what they need to get some life back into the what's called. A lot of people will watch this and be like, "Oh, this was good. This was good. Okay, I'm satisfied." And then them leading into the Fantastic Four, people are like, "Oh yeah, that's next, right? Fantastic Four." And then now if that's the banger, that's when they're gonna see some real success. If Fantastic Four is mid, then I don't know what happens. But if it's a banger, and I mean it's like an Avenger, like a Civil War type banger, then it's gonna be good. But I think this was a good, it's a good foundation. It's a foundation for stuff to grow. And it starts with Fantastic, and then it's Doomsday, and then hopefully they have the magic back. But then also, yeah, X-Men. Where's the X-Men? Of course, you have Wolverine, you have Deadpool, you have some X-Men type characters lingering and about. But where's the real X-Men? Cyclops, Magneto, Storm. Oh my God, I love Storm. You know what I also wonder? I wonder how they will incorporate Marvel's rivals characters. You have breakout successes like Jeff, like Squirrel Girl. I wonder Emma Frost, even though she's already been a part of X-Men, right? But still, with how viral these characters are now in modern media, I wonder how they'll try to incorporate these into future what's called. That's what's cool about Sentry. Sentry is like a no-name type character before this, right? And he's like the best part of the movie. If they were to throw him in Rivals, that would be fire now. And I feel like Marvel has so many. This is what I disliked about Marvel. Period. Is that the fact that they use Robert Downey Jr. as the guy who plays Doctor Doom. I feel like it's unnecessary. I feel like they could have used new actors, new characters, new heroes. They could have did new things instead of like recycling. I hope they do better. I don't know if I want it to be a dominating factor where all the other movies are trying to copy and imitate it. We saw how that created problems, right? Even with Marvel trying to copy itself. But I do hope that they could create some kind of buzz for themselves because I enjoyed watching it. And I would love to have like a decent one or two Marvel movies, but also have the Sinners, the Nosferatus, the original, IPs and stuff that's also cooking. So I hope that this is a new direction for movies. These new actors must be trash if they keep using old actors. It's not that they're trash, by no means. The guy who played the guitar in Sinners, he's a new actor. He hasn't been in no movies in previous. Long story short, the reason why they return to some of the old actors is because the same reason they return to old properties. The same reason they're trying to reboot the Star Wars franchise again, because it's what people are familiar with. They know if they have Robert play Doom, people will be like, "Oh, that's Iron Man. Oh, that's the face of Marvel. Oh, Where if they have a new actor, fresh out of acting college, no one knows him. And it's harder to get that type of wow reaction. So it's just a cheap tactic to get people inspired or invested in the property. And I get why they did it, but also with a trick like that, because Doom is temporary, right? Doctor Doom is temporary. But after Doctor Doom passes, you will need a new line of villains, a new line of heroes, and that is where the new talent should come from. Okay, so Doctor Doom is the cheap tactic to get people to be reinvested into Marvel. But once you battle Doom, he dies, whatever, then you need to have a brand new line of talent that you also need to integrate now so it's natural. Like it's the same reason that they use, what's that guy's name? The guy who's playing Reed Richards in Fantastic Four, what's his name?